They're coming down on you. You know? Man, who that was that just got popped for fucking with a woman or some shit? Man, somebody just got popped. Junior Gillette.
Yep.
You know? You'll have a woman go crazy on you, like the Ray Rice situation. She's swinging at him. Oh, no. Oh, boy from Florida State.
Oh, the new quarterback.
The new quarterback. The boy from Florida State. Here it is. He's trying to get him a drink in the club. Edomite bitch turns around. She's obviously the aggressor. Steals on him. And then he hits her back.
She hit him in the nuts, too.
Yeah, I ain't see that. But, you know.
You can't see it on the camera, but he did an interview. She hit him in the nuts, called him a nigga, and hit him in the mouth.
Yeah, and then hit him in the mouth. You got it on camera. He defends himself because she's obviously assaulting him. And now he loses his scholarship.
His life,
his life. And then what happens to her? She goes on her merry way, might even get money, might even get support, not only from the white people, but from nigger women. Because nigger women, they're their own race. Women are their own race at this point, man. You know? Because they'll defend any race as long as they're a woman, man. You don't care about nothing about your people, because guess what? So-called white man ain't thinking about, oh, it's either a woman or man. They think race first, and then they break it down to woman and man. You know? I heard somebody ask a group of people saying, which one of y'all, if y'all cook dinner, would you feed your man or your child first? And the motherfucker said, what the fuck you mean? I'm my child first, duh. Like, and I'm like, that's stupid, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you want to take care of your children. What says your child is going to starve in between you feeding your man first, man? Exactly. You know? Like, what is the disrespect in that? You know? You don't see when Walmart get paid at the end of the month, they pay Walmart. Then they pay the merchandise. Then they pay your ass. Because you're the worker, man. You know, your boss don't pay you and then wait, I got to wait on my check next week.
No, he get his check first.
You know, he hands his check out
downhill.
to you. Yeah, shit rolls downhill. A child is at the end. You know what I'm saying? Even with your woman, man, you're supposed to treat your woman before your children, man. And a woman's supposed to treat her husband before her children, man. Then the give me that in what was that, Samuel's, First Samuel's? When Samuel's mother, man, you know, Samuel's mother was weeping, and she said, and the husband said, aren't I better than you than 10 sons? And she had to like stop crying and suck it up, because that's what it is, man. It ain't because he was just what you call it, the perfect dad, the perfect husband. He wouldn't, you know, how niggas be on the movies, Mission Impossible, he wasn't Carl Winslow, you know what I'm saying? Of your life and shit. He wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure that dude was a man's man. You know what I'm saying? She made it, she cooked his dinner. He went out and plowed the field, and she did her womanly work. You know, it wasn't nothing special on why she sucked it up. She was a man, she was a wife, and he was a husband. She knew that a husband comes before the children, man. Ah, what the fuck, that's children. Like, that don't work in life. Esau don't treat you like that, man. You know? They give you the money. You know? When you get them food stamps, they give you the money. They don't give the kids the money. It's for the kids. You know? They give your ass the money. Why should they give you the money? You know? You shouldn't be able to buy nothing but kids shit with food stamps. Why then they give you the ability to buy all fucking kind of food? You know? Samuel. First Samuel.
I got it right here. This is 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 8. Then Elkanah, her husband, then said Elkanah, her husband, to her, Hannah, why weepest thou? And why eatest thou not? And why is thy heart grieved? Am I not better to thee than 10 sons?
Yeah. Because why? A husband is better than 10 children, man. Because a husband can always bring children. Okay? The children are our future, but there's no future without reproduction, man. Okay? Without a husband and wife for the future of the children, because them children could grow up with no guidance and just die off, man. Okay?
And that husband is going to provide for the children. So if you ain't got nobody to bring in, you know what I'm saying, back in these days, everything was in order. So, you know what I'm saying, you didn't have women out there working, you said 9 to 5. The man was out there bringing home the bacon, so to speak.
Yeah, so basically, the man is more precious than fine gold or fine opal. You know, like kids are valuable, man. But kids are not on the pedestal. Kids are under women, man. A child is under a woman. But you got these nigga women. You quick to put anything over a Jake, man. You put the so-called white man over your own man. You know, you put your children over your own man. You know what I'm saying? You probably even put your fucking pets over your own man. You know? And women do that. They'll put a pet before a nigga, man. You know?
Can't go to dinner. I gotta take Scruffy to the vet.
or this is my real true friend.
Yeah.
Shit like that, man. You know, don't, like, when you have a boy, you treating men like shit. Don't you know that all y'all stick together? Y'all basically got a system to treat your own son like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna grow up to be treated like shit unless he kiss your ass, man. That's why women teach their children to kiss another woman's ass. You know, if a woman hits you, don't hit her back, and you treat a woman like this, you gotta buy her this and gotta buy her that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Look, man, you treat a woman like a woman, man. The woman is weaker vessel. You understand that they're women. You gotta, a woman is supposed to be what's the word? Delicate. You know what I'm saying? The woman is delicate. You treat, they're soft. You get them things, you serenade them, you do shit like that, but you don't have to do that, man. That's what you do because you're a woman. I don't have to do that. Just like a man ain't gotta kiss your ass, man. Man is running shit, and that's the problem with women. They hate to hear that a man runs shit, but you want to be in the Bible. That's why Sandra Bland got her ass beat, man. She didn't recognize authority, couldn't respect it. She done got so out of line with Jake that she thought she could pull it. That's why a lot of them nigga women, all the nigga women getting their ass beat on camera, be getting out of line. It ain't like they just don't deserve it. Like a pimp just hauling off on a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never caught that on camera nowadays. Like, you gotta really dig for that. But to catch a bitch getting her ass beat by a dude, most like you see before that, she's mouthing off to a nigga, blah, 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 busted this, blah, 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 blah. You don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got dominion over animals. If I'm walking with a gun and a random dog rolls up on me and starts barking and growling like it's about to bite me, I'm over this dog. I can shoot you, like, and I'm not gonna feel bad. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have been barking at me, man. That's how it is. When we don't bark up against the Most High, that's a reference I always give. You don't see us bucking up against the Most High when he got something to say. We ain't growling. And anytime we growl, we get our ass beat, man. Who gonna still? The Most High will say, hey, y'all shot. Don't do that. Stop that. He's sending the commandment out first of all. But the Most High, Yahweh, who's gonna tell him what to do? Let's get it like that. When he lays the smack down, the angel gonna be like, come on, man. Don't do him like that. It's like, the angel's gonna be mourning and weeping like, oh, man. I pray this ass whooping don't be that long. I pray that he let him live. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna be like, stop, Lord, stop. No, man. There ain't nobody gonna stop the Most High. You got something? Yeah, that's it. You can read this here. What we got? Yeah, because I want to get back. But that's what I was going into, I kind of got deep into it. I segued a little deep into it. But just basically it's out of order. Just like with that pastor being out of order. Our people logistic skills are out of order, man. You know what I'm saying? And your bias, your judgment is so horrible, dude. You can't be respected. You know what I'm saying? I always say wrong is right, man. And on top of that, everybody's gonna get their just judgment, man. Trayvon, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, all of them got their just judgment. They were doing something, man. They try to show the innocent picture and like this guy was all great and stuff.
And then black and white picture too.
And then when you show the pictures when he's older, you show the pictures when he's older, and then you be like, oh, this nigga was a nigga. Or Eric Garner, is that the dude that got
choked out?
No, not him. He was selling loose cigarettes. That's illegal.
Pretty great.
You know, selling loosies is illegal, man. In front of a store, man. You loitering and you're selling loosies. You should have got his ass. Come on, he ain't bothering nobody. You're loitering. You ain't selling loosies. You know, that's like pirating. You know, the cops got a right to, you know what I'm saying, just say, fuck it, you got me. Put your hands behind your back, man. If they want to arrest you for that bullshit, that's what you got caught up doing, man. You know, niggas get choked out on camera. You know, and then get off for getting loose with the law, man. Okay? What's that nigga, Freddie Gray? You know, rap sheet big as a newspaper, man. You know what I'm saying? Rap sheet look like the yellow pages. You know? But it shouldn't have to be all that to judge that, man. You shouldn't have, you gotta kill him. But the Most High deemed it fit for that to happen. Okay? But I'm saying he ain't had no right to be killed in this society. Okay, this society lives off different levels of ground rules. You know, you can eat pork. You can worship so-called white Jesus and do all that. So you don't need to be killed for breaking the law, and you got a rap sheet long as, you know, Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And look, you just killing nigga. You know what I'm saying? But according to the Lord, this nigga eating pork. He was committing sorcery. He was destroying his people. He was being a nigga, man. He was being a 2/3. So yeah, spiritually it was deemed fit to be destroyed. You know? But according to the so-called white man society, no, he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? So it works on both levels. So-called white man's guilty because it's an establishment, he's being a hypocrite. You know? And then I just always go back to our people, always go back and defend the so-called white man. Passes a law about homosexuality, he says it's good for business, and you can't tell nobody nothing because you eating pork. That's what you're basically saying. Go ahead.
Amos 5:15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate.
Yeah, establish judgment in the gates. You're supposed to establish judgment. How you look up that word judgment? You know what I'm saying? It tells you to establish judgment in the gates, right at the door. As soon as you come in, take your shoes off. You know? Don't sit on the couch with that. Let's go over. You establish judgment at the gate. What that does, that keep your house clean, man. You know? When your kid do something, you gotta spank them. You gotta keep order, man. Like I said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Should the kids or the man eat first? The man. The motherfucker that brought the food to the table. I don't care if he don't bring no food to the table. You know what I'm saying? The man eats first. Because what are you showing the children, man? That they're over men. That's why nobody respects you. You got a boy and you feed him before you feed the husband. Like, what are you teaching him, man? You don't gotta respect elders, man. That you're better than your own parent, man. That's why they talk. That's why children talk to their dad any kind of way. But then when it's mama and the old mama.